How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the channel. This is Big Daddy Dave, and this is episode 3 of a Let's Play series for Farming Simulator 22 on the mod map Dredge Creek, Alaska. And when we last left off, we started putting together our brand new grass field. We ended up getting everything all plowed out and taken care of on that in that regard. We had the USGS agent come out to the farm, give us the green light and the go-ahead to continue on doing what we were doing. So thankfully, no roadblocks there. But what do we have going on in this episode? Well, we're pretty much picking up right where we left off in the last one. We've got to get that field finished. We've got to get out all the stumps from the trees that were there. We've got to go ahead and stone pick. I mean, as you can see, I've got all the equipment all set, ready to go. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's hook up to everything here and get to work. So you can see here, I've got this little stump grinder here for the front of my tractor. And then got the nice little stone picker. And between these two bits of equipment, this will get us pretty much home at this point. I mean, we still have to do some liming, and we're going to have to seed and fertilize, but when everything's said and done, it shouldn't be that big of a deal to get the rest of the stuff done once this is taken care of. So I'm going to go ahead, cut out here, cut us back in as soon as we get back to the farm. We'll see you over there. Alright, so we're pulling into the farm here. Let's see, we're going to extend, extend, there we go. That cutter disc out first. I want to look around for some of the stumps. I want to get those out of the way first, because then I can disconnect from this thing, because it makes this tractor really long. And actually, you know what? Here, let's do this. Even better. We'll drop the stone picker off right here at the front. Just like this. Off the road there. Nope. Okay. So now I should be able to kind of move around the field here uninhibited. And now we can kind of go out and find those stumps. So let's see what we got here. There's one right there. There we go. Like I said, we're just going to go through, find everything that we can, get rid of it. Oh, there's one right there. Got that big one right here and another one off to the right. There we go. Okay, so I think that's going to be most of them, if not all of them at this point. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop off this cutter, the stump grinder, right here in front of the house. Just going to leave it right here, so that way, if I do so happen to find some of the hiding stumps or anything like that after picking up all the stones, I'll know exactly where to go from there. So let's grab that stone picker. This tractor is only just strong enough, just barely strong enough to be able to tug this thing around. This thing The tractor is nice. I'm really loving it, but it's definitely going to have some limitations. It does not have a lot of power. Let's drop this here. All right, let's let this thing get to work. And you can see we're picking up some pretty beefy stones here too. It's not that we're picking up anything small. We've got quite a bit that we're going to be ripping out of here. And then, I mean, I really have nothing to do with these stones other than just to hang on to them for the time being, because, I mean, we're eventually going to want them to either turn them into lime or, you know, I don't know. I mean, we eventually want to be able to have enough stones on hand to be able to have a lime production. We want to be able to have fertilizer productions. We want to have seed productions, all the whole 9 yards. We want to be able to help the farmers in this local area and all throughout Alaska, really, to be able to have all the crops and the base components that they'll need to be able to sustain themselves, be able to sustain their farms, and kind of go from there, sustain their homesteads. Because plain and simple is that unless you're getting it around here, you're getting it flown in from somewhere else, and it's really, really expensive. I really think that if I play my cards right, if I do everything smart, I will be able to produce a better product, a fresher product than anybody else can get around here, and I'll be able to undercut everybody from outside the local area. Everybody else outside this area will have so much more expensive stuff to where I'll be able to have everything at a reasonable price because I'm not having to fly it in. I'm going to be able to make it locally. So that's my hope. And I'll still be able to make a pretty penny, but that's just how much the outside market is really ripping people off up here. You have everything flown in. And because you have everything flown in, it costs extra money. So I'm hoping that that'll change. And the great thing is this will have downstream effects. This will have, you know, everybody, and not only just the farmers. The farmers will be able, hopefully, be able to get their seeds cheaper, their fertilizers cheaper, their herbicides cheaper, everything cheaper downstream. But if that's the case, if they're not having to spend as much money, then guess what? They're able to then pass on that savings onto the customers. The customers are then getting cheaper grains, cheaper fruits, cheaper vegetables, the whole 9 yards. And it's just a kind of reinforcing cycle to where it's only going to make things better in this area and all throughout the state. So when everything's said and done, I'm really hopeful and I'm really looking forward to seeing where we can get to with this, because it's a pretty big task. It's something really, really large, but I'm hopeful that we can actually get something with this. I'm really hopeful we'll be able to, you know, kind of fulfill the dream of, you know, making it a success around here. So we shall see. putting down the final passes here. Should be able to get this in one more go. And we got quite a bit of stone off of this field, well over 2,000 liters. And I'm pretty pleased with that. We'll be able to turn that around and be able to make quite a bit of lime and quite a bit of other products as well. So very, very much looking forward to this. Let's go ahead and let's see, we'll swing this around here. Oof, oof. Alright, so we've got our small pile of stones. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Now I'm going to go ahead and grab the stump grinder. I'm going to take both this and the stump grinder back up to the shop there, return it, and then I'm going to pick up a cedar, or no, I'm sorry, I need a lime spreader. That's what I need first. I need a lime spreader and some lime. So let's go ahead and do that first, then come back with a cedar and go from there. So there we go. Alright, so I will go ahead and cut us out here. Man, this field is looking good. Looking real good. And once the grass gets planted, it's going to be amazing. Very much looking forward to it. But I will cut us out here, cut us back in once we get back. We'll see in a little while. So I made back here at the farm. Let's go ahead and throw out some lime. Got this. Oh, wow. Wow, 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 wow. This is throwing out tons of lime. Holy smokes. Well, we're going to have to make a bunch of trips back and forth. Holy smokes, this is ripping through. All right, well, I think I'm going to have to figure out a way to get that bag of lime that I bought, maybe even a couple bags of lime at this point, back to the farm. And yeah, that way we don't have to make a trip every single time. I didn't realize it was going to go through it this quickly. Wow, 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 wow. All right, well, I'll cut us out and cut us back in once we get more lime. We'll see you in a little bit. So I got so incredibly lucky. Like I couldn't be more lucky even if I tried. So I ended up getting up to the shop there and I asked them, hey, is there any kind of loading equipment that you have? Do you have any skid steers or front loaders or anything on hand that I could either lease, purchase, whatever? And they told me no, they have nothing. So I was asking, well, what if we ordered the parts? Could we, get them here in a reasonable amount of time? Can we order the linkage for this tractor here? And they said the only thing they have is potentially at one of their other distributorships down in either Anchorage or in Juneau. So I'm like, okay, well, let's take a look. Do they have anything for this make and model tractor to be able to, get up here in a reasonable amount of time? And they're like, no, they are fresh out. So I'm like, okay, is there anything at all? And as you can see, they came through. They had this nice little 3-point link front loader tool, and they had this little dual baggage handler right here. I tell you what, I got so insanely lucky. So I am thrilled to be able to have this. So let's drop this. Nope, let's not do that. Let's open, then drop. So this thing came in absolute clutch. And look at that. Let's go ahead and why? Okay, so now lower this down. Lower the linkage. Perfect. Alright, now let's pick this back up where we were. So, I mean, we're going to have a lot of back and forth to do here, but we're not going to have to go all the way up to the shop anymore. We're going to be able to just, you know, take care of it here. So, let's get back here and start spreading this out. And as you can see, I mean, this is going to go so fast. Look how quick this is just spreading out. And there we go again. So, drop here. Let's back this up just a bit. Get hooked back up again. Actually, you know what? I might as well just stay hooked up to this thing. There we go. Actually, you know what? No, we got to go drop this off. Let's bring this back over here. There we go. All right. And here we go. Let's keep on going. Holy smokes, we are just eking our way. I really don't think 2 bags is going to be enough. And we just got the finishing touches here. Awesome. Look at that. Everything is all done. Oh man, we went through a ton of lime. I'm shocked at how much lime we had to go through there. But that will hopefully be a kind of one-time thing, a one and done. We won't have to worry about that ever again. Not ever again. We obviously are going to have to lime every season, but oof. We're going to have to lime every season, but it won't be nearly as much as we just had to do there. So, oof. Alright, so let's go ahead and pop this down on the ground there. And then lower this down like so. And then Need to unload just like that. Perfect. All right, so the kind of front loading tool, that is mine. I did buy that, but I need to take this spreader back to the shop. So I will go ahead and cut us out here, cut us back in once we get a seeder as well as some seed. Get back to the farm. We'll see you here in a little bit. So the only equipment they had that would be able to do seeding for grass is this kind of topical spreader. So I went ahead and said, I mean, I guess if that's all you've got, then I've got to go with it. So what I've got to do with this is I've got to be able to come on here, throw down some seed, and then once the seed's put down, I'll be able to then turn around and work on getting the seed compacted enough to where it's going to be able to grow with no issues whatsoever. So thankfully, the nice thing about doing a topical treatment like this is, or a topical seeding, is I can just fly right through this. I don't have to go slow or anything like that. I can just whiz on through and do my thing. So works out very good for myself. Now unfortunately though is we're going to have kind of this little issue where we're going to be kind of whizzing through and not getting every little bit that we could. So we've got to make sure that we're paying attention and make sure that we're getting every which area that we can. I just want to make sure I get this kind of outer edge as good as possible. And like I said, we'll have to come back here with some kind of compaction tool, some kind of roller to be able to roll this in. We're also going to have to do a separate fertilizing, which is fine. I mean, that's not the end of the world, doing some fertilizing. Here we go. Last little bit, just like that. So now I'm going to go connect back up with my front loader tool as well as the bag grabber, the bag hooks. And that way I can grab the seed as well as the fertilizer I'm going to need as well, and bring that back here to the farm. I'm going to have to grab the distributor again for the fertilizer because I wasn't expecting to have to use that, but thankfully it should still be up at the shop. Oh, and I need to, let's right here and unload like so. Perfect. Let's take this seed thrower back and then go grab the distributor for the fertilizer. We'll meet you back here in a little bit. So I made it back here to the farm. I just want to go ahead and drop off the seed and bag of fertilizer that I have here. And then I'll get to working on fertilizing this field. And then we'll have one more trip back to the shop in order to pick up the roller. Let's go ahead and take all these back here. Okay, so first off, drop that there. That there. This here. Okay. So now let's get this done. Well, I'm going through a fair bit of fertilizer, just like I was doing with the lime, but doesn't appear to be going as fast. I might be able to get through this in just one pass. So that would certainly be nice. So as you can see, we made one full pass, and we have plenty of fertilizer left here. I'm very happy about this because this means that we're not going to have to keep running back and forth to fill up, even though we did use an absolute ton of fertilizer and seed. I'm sorry, fertilizer and lime. But you can see we are fully limed, fertilized, the whole 9 yards. We don't have to do anything else besides tamp down this field here. So let's go ahead and firstly, did I? Okay, yes I did. Let's go ahead and unload and then take this equipment back to the shop, get some kind of roller, and then go from there. So let's go right about here. And we'll drop that there. Perfect. Alright, like I said, we'll see you here in a little bit. And here we are with the last piece of the puzzle. We have got everything we need to be able to get this field finished here right now. So we need to unfold the roller. And then lower this down. And here we go. Perfect. This will work just fine. Get this all taken care of, and then we get to relax. Then we finally get to kick our feet up, because it is what, 7 o'clock right now? 7:30? No, 6:30. 6:30. And yeah, it's getting late. It's getting late. It's time to relax. It's time to kind of, let things kind of happen for a little bit and kind of go from there. So let's finish this up, and I'll go ahead and cut us back as soon as we finish up. Got one more pass, and then we'll be good to go. We'll go ahead and get this all done, take this equipment back to the shop, and then we're just gonna sit back and wait. Let's see, so it looks pretty good from here. Let's go ahead and fold everything back up. There we go, perfect. All right, I'm going to take the equipment back. I'll meet you back here in just a little while. So here I am back at the farm. Got everything done, looking fantastic, by the way. This is going to be amazing when this is all said and done. But let's see, where am I going to park this thing? Let's go ahead and park it over here. I mean, we're basically just throwing everything out there. We got everything kind of collected all throughout the yard here, all throughout the homestead, but we have nowhere else to put it at the moment. We're basically just kind of doing what we're doing. So yeah, I mean, I'm happy about this. I'm very, very thrilled because this is going to be so much better than what we had before. I mean, this is going to be a consistent grass field. This isn't going to be all patchy and spotty like it was previously. So we're gonna, my guess is that we're gonna take all these bales here, and we're maybe gonna double it for the next harvest. It's gonna be significant, the amount that we have here, because before it's just a bunch of spotty grass. It's nothing special in the ways of yield or anything like that. So this is actually being properly treated, properly taken care of, and it's all compact in one area. One dense population of grass is going to then produce a dense population of output. So I am really thinking this is going to be a big difference between what we had before and what we have now. But I think I'm going to go hang out with the family and kick back, relax, because like I said, it is almost 7 o'clock. I've been working all day long. So I think I will pick it back up and the next day. We'll see you then. Alright, so here at the next day, and I decided to come up to town and get myself a little bit of breakfast. And I'm actually really glad that I did, because I ended up meeting a gentleman here by the name of Otto Kilcher. And Otto is a homesteader. He actually lives just off to the east of my property there. And really nice old guy, but he's having a lot of problems. It turns out that he has a bit of equipment there on his homestead there, where it ended up going very, very wrong for him. He ended up blowing out a major part on his tractor, and he's got a lot of work there to be done around his homestead. And he ended up hearing my name from a friend of a friend of a friend. You know, being a small town and whatnot, we eventually all start to learn each other's names, and we know everybody pretty well here in town. And they ended up, giving my name because they saw me running all of my equipment back and forth up into the homestead. And this, he came up to me, he approached me, he's like, hey, I've got a field of grass that is needing to be mowed, and I'm going to turn it into silage and, have it used for my cows. I'm trying to get my feed up and running for the winter time to be able to last for the several months that we're going to have, when there's not going to be any, ability to make any more product. And getting anything here during the winter time is an extreme challenge. And he was telling me that his tractor is going to be taking, weeks upon weeks upon weeks. And by the time that he gets this part, just getting the part here is going to take weeks, and then getting it installed and having the shop work on it and all that stuff, it could take them, several more weeks on top of that. So it's just an absolute nightmare for him. It's a worst case scenario that he's not going to be able to get his crops in, that he's going to get his grass mowed and then be able to turn into silage and do all that stuff. He's not going to be able to have anything for his cows for the wintertime. He is in basically panic mode. So he was asking me, hey, can you come to my homestead and can you mow my grass, make it into silage bales? I'm like, hey, absolutely. Let's work out a price and we'll be good to go from there. And he threw out a number and I was very happy with. So I got a full belly here. Let's go ahead and head back to the farm or to the homestead there and yeah, we'll gather up our equipment, head over to his homestead, and go from there. So I'm excited. I'm actually really looking forward to this, because turns out he's actually got quite a bit of property over there, and he's got a pretty decent homestead that he's working on. So I'm just really excited to be able to get something done that's not on my property and be able to help out. And this is going to be, building connections, building, the kind of necessary network that we need in order to be able to kind of, move our operations further. If we can subsidize our operations in any way, that's always for the best. So I'll go ahead and cut us out here and cut us back in once we gather our trimmers as well as the other equipment we're going to need. I will meet you over at Otto's homestead. We'll see you over there. All right, and here we are at Mr. Kilcher's homestead. This is incredibly impressive. Very, very lovely up here. Let's see. Let's go ahead and make our way around. He said that his field was... Oh yeah, here it is, right over here. Perfect. So yeah, we'll go ahead and get to cutting this. Let's see. So first things first, let's drop this down. And then this. Oh yeah, look at this. Yeah, he wasn't kidding. He said that this was beyond ready to cut down. He said that he'd been needing to do this for a while, but his equipment's just been broken. It's been broken for a very, very long time. So thankfully I was able to get out here and, you know, help him out. Let's get a little extra light here, just so we can see what we're doing. But yeah, after we get everything mowed here, we're going to have to then turn around. We're going to have to bring over the windrower, then the baler, then the bale loader. I mean, this is going to be a lot of work, but I think that's part of the reason why he said he was going to pay us so well. But at this point, I will go ahead and cut us out, cut us back in once we're all said and done. We'll see you in a while. Alright, so we are just getting back up into town here where we need to drop off all these bales. And we're doing pretty good so far. Need to pull in here first, and I need to get some fuel because I'm starting to run pretty low. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. Top off. Perfect. Perfect. Now let's go and drop off these bales and see where this gets us. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bales right now. So we'll see what this gets us. And then we got to make a trip back up to the homestead there and back. And I mean, we probably got at least another 2 trips is my guess. Let's see. So I think I can drop these off right here. So if I disconnect, that's not what I meant to do. There we go. Now, drop this down. That can't be right. Uh-oh. Not too far over. Here. Oh, is it actually at the grate? Oh, man. Alright, well. Lesson learned. Alright, 62% with just that there. That's not terrible. Alright, we gotta pick these back up. Let's do this. Actually, no. Yeah, put it down. Back up. And now pull forward. Something like that. Now, lift up. Drop down. Expand. Oh, come on. Oh, easy. No. Whoop. Okay, here we go. Now we're cooking. Okay. Now, drop that down. Perfect. All right, well, 7 bales and 87%, not too shabby. Now we need to head back up to the homestead and get back to work. I'll meet you over there. So we're back here at our 3rd trip, and we are dropping off at the last of all the bales here. We are going to get paid for all the work that we've done, as well as some of the leftover bales from the contract itself. So we made out pretty good when everything's said and done. I'm pretty pleased about that. And we're gonna go ahead and get here. Bale was $1,000. That's not bad. And now we're gonna head back to the farm. On the way back, we're gonna hopefully get paid, and we will go from there. We'll see you back at the farm. So we're back here at the homestead. We swung by Mr. Kilsher's farm, and yeah, he was able to pay us out, and we were good to go. I mean, I'm thrilled. We got a ton done here today. We got this field all fixed up, ready to go. It is finalized, and as you can see, we've got grass growing as we speak. Oh, this is going to be amazing. Then we went out and did that good deed for one of our neighbors, and yeah, I mean, hopefully that leads to other things that happen downstream. I mean, it's when you get things that happen in a small town, it's easy for them to kind of spiral out of control one way or another. And sometimes they're good spiralings, sometimes they're bad spiralings. And in this case, here's hoping that things are gonna go good. Here's hoping that maybe our name gets kind of put out there with other locals, and they know that, hey, this is a guy who can be relied upon, who's somebody who can be kind of trusted in some of these really, like, it's a high trust situation. Having somebody come out to your farm that you've never met before, that you've only heard things in passing. I mean, that takes a lot of trust, and I mean, he was kind of in a bad spot, so I mean, he kind of had to trust and hope that I was going to come through for him. But I mean, I'm not going to drop the ball on that. Somebody's, hey, I need your help, I'm going to be there to help. So yeah, I mean, I'm thrilled. I am absolutely thrilled with everything that we've gotten done here in this episode. But I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, please show me by liking, sharing, subscribing, following, commenting, doing all the things the algorithms enjoy you doing. The shows are engaged with this channel and enjoying the content. And that being said, I hope you have a fantastic day. Take care.